One of, if not my favorite planet in astrology, and that is the planet Venus. And what is coming up with regards to Venus in a few days that I think is very important and that will be impacting all of us. So I want us to get prepared for that. And we're talking about Venus entering into the sign of Leo, and also Venus retrograding in the sign of Leo. So we're going to be talking about how Venus is going to have an extended stay in the sign of Leo, how it will be impacting us all, and how we can actually benefit from this 4-month period. Now, as we all know, Venus is the planet of love. It's one of the planets of sex. It also rules beauty, money, harmony, the things that we find pleasurable to us, the things that stimulate our senses. Venus is also one of the two benefic planets of the zodiac. So in astrology, we have two what we call beneficial planets. Jupiter would be the largest benefic planet. So we know when Jupiter comes through, when Jupiter touches anything, it's there to expand it and bring it growth. And Venus, we consider it the smaller of the benefic planets. Now, Venus may not pack as big of a punch as Jupiter, but Venus is powerful nonetheless because it is considered, hey Wendy, it is considered an attraction planet. So it attracts. So when we're dealing with Venus and the blessings that it brings small blessings. But it also is an energy of we don't have to do much. Venus actually wants to bring us the blessing. It wants to give us things. So it doesn't really require us to do a lot of work. Another thing I would like to explain with regards to Venus, when we're looking at it from the perspective of our birth chart, identifying where Venus is, hey Netta, identifying where Venus is in our birth chart will also point out where things come very easily for you. Because anywhere it's placed, whatever house it's placed in, you will start to identify how this area of your life is somewhat easy for you. Because that's Venus's job, is to make this area of your life really, really easy and to bring things to you. You also want to look at the sign that it's in, because that's going to tell you how Venus is going to operate also. So, for example, me personally, my Venus in my birth chart sits in my 10th house. So we know that since I'm just walking around with hands open, ready to receive natal Venus and Leo, this is going to be great for you because this is going to be 4 months of energy for you. So with me, my natal Venus in my birth chart sits in my 10th house. So the 10th house represents career, your public image, your reputation, your public standing, how you interact with authority figures. It's also the area that governs our titles, reputations, and our career path. So I always say that with Venus being in the 10th house, for me, it has always been easy for me to attract a job or to be able to set my intentions for a job, and I was able to get it. I've said before that I've had jobs that I shouldn't have technically on paper because I wasn't qualified for them. So I've had jobs that I didn't have a degree for. I've had jobs that I didn't have experience for. But because I have Venus sitting in my 10th house, it makes me, number one, Venus brings the benefit. And number two is it makes me very charming. I'm going to just say it. I'm really, really charming. And because this is the house also of authority figures, I find it very easy for me to interact with people in higher spaces and higher ups. So I've always found myself in the position where someone has always wanted to help me. Someone has always wanted to give me a job. Someone has always wanted to give me an opportunity just based on the idea that they liked me. Okay, it's not a bad placement to have. Not a bad placement to have at all. Now, another thing that you will find when you identify where your Venus sits, again, it will tell you what comes easy for you. Now, if you're the same as me with Venus in your 10th house, this will also tell you a lot about the careers that may come up in your life or what you may be gravitated towards with regards to your career. Now, Venus in the 10th house, you will find a lot of people that deal in the beauty industry or the beautification of things have Venus in the 10th house. Hairdressers, hairstylists, makeup artists, fashion designers, models, people that deal with arts. So this is gallery owners, people that collect art. This is also a lot of singers have this placement, actors. So people in those types of industries. So with Venus in the 10th house, I will tell you that one of my careers for a very long time was I was a hairstylist. So I'm doing my niece's hair tonight, but I was a hairstylist for a very, very long time. I had a successful salon in my house at one point, and I had a really, really nice sized clientele. So I did hair for a very long time. Another career path that was very interesting was I was a bridal consultant at one time. So I was one of those people that you would come to as a bride, and we would sit down and we would figure out what type of wedding dress you were going to have, what looked good on you. And I basically dressed the bride from start to finish, for her wedding day. So that's, beautification. So that's the kind of things you'll find with people with Venus in the 10th house. But like I said, identify where your Venus is in your personal natal chart, and this will tell you where your blessing and your benefit comes from. It really works. Also, when you identify that, and then you identify what sign it is, what sign it's in, this is going to tell you how you express love, how you like to be loved, and how you love on people, and what your approach to love would be. My Venus is in the sign of Taurus, and actually Venus rules Taurus, and it also rules the sign of Libra. So when you have someone that has Venus in Taurus or Venus in Libra, it's naturally at home. So Venus is going to work the way it's supposed to work because it's at home. So when you have Venus in Taurus, how I express love is going to be in a very traditional way. It's going to be in a way that stimulates all the senses. I love the whole romance and the flowers and the hugs and the kisses. A lot of people don't know that, but that's how I like to be loved on, and I like to express love, through that. Venus in my Taurus is giving spoil me. Yes, it is giving love me. Look at me, shower all your attention on me, shower all your gifts on me, just love me, like with all your senses, with every fiber in your being is to love me. So that is Venus in the 10th house. Okay. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about the transit of Venus. Now, typically we know that Venus transits a house, transits a sign, anywhere from 30 to 45 days. Yes, I do. Tasha, yes, I do. So it transits typically from 30 to 45 days. Okay. But every 18 months, this happens every 18 months, Venus will take residency in a sign for an extended period of time. And this particular time, it's going to start on June the 5th. So that's coming up in a few days. And it's going to extend until October the 8th. So Venus is going to have an extended stay in the sign of Leo for 4 entire months. And the reason it's going to do that is because it's going to go into a retrograde cycle right in the middle of that. So that's going to make it stay a little bit longer. Now, again, this only happens every 18 months. So it's somewhat of a rare occasion, and we look forward to it. So I will tell you, the last time we had this was back in late 2021. And Venus was actually in the sign of Capricorn, and it retrograded December 19th, 2021 to January 29th, 2022. So It must have started probably November 2021, and then November, December, January, February, March. Probably went till about March 2022 was the last time that we had Venus in Capricorn for about 4 months. So that is the last time that it did that. So you have a natal Venus in Leo. Would this be a Venus return transit? It could be, depending on how old you are. So you have to look that up. So it's gonna, when you start talking about the Venus returns, we have to really look at your personal chart to see if this is your Venus return, which it probably could be, but we need to look at that just to be sure. But okay, so anyway, fast forward. Mark your calendar. June the 5th through October the 8th, Venus will be in the sign of Leo. So this will be heavily impacting those of you that are my Leo natives. So this is going to be my Leo suns, my Leo risings, my Leo moons to a certain degree, and very much so my people with Venus in Leo. So if you have those placements, this is your time. This is all about you and getting a little bit of money in your life, possibly getting some love in your life, just getting loved on, feeling good about yourself, and just receiving some blessings. So who on here, now I know I got Tasha here on my Facebook. We're both Leo risings. So we are all excited about it. We got Whitney on here. She's a Venus in Leo. I think this is going to impact my native Venus in Leos more than anybody. Their Venus in Leo is going to be activated, and I'm excited for them for that too. But tonight we're going to be talking about each rising sign and where you could potentially be feeling this blessing. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the retrograde period and when you should anticipate maybe a slowdown. Now, even though it's going to be a retrograde, I still feel like it's going to be a blessing. I still feel like you will benefit from it, even though it does go into a retrograde cycle. But I'm excited about it. I am so excited. I think we deserve it. So we're going to have some people that are going to be running into a lot of blessings around love, a lot of blessings, or some people running into blessings around money, people making purchases. I'm also going to talk a little bit about what I feel like you should not be doing during the retrograde period, and just keep that in mind. But and then we're also going to talk about where primarily where this energy is going to be for you, but we're also going to talk about a little secondary energies where this could possibly show up for you too, so you can be on the lookout for that. So let's get down to what you came here for, and let's find out where we are going to get blessed over this next 4 months. So we're going to start at the top of the zodiac as we do, and when I go through the signs, we know we're going to be listing for our rising sign first, which is the primary energy. Sun sign is going to be second. Moon sign is third. So if you have those three, listen for all three in that order so we can get a well-rounded view of how this energy can show up. But please keep in mind that the rising sign is always the primary energy, so this is where you should see it picking up for you. Are we ready? Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a heart or something to let me know that we are ready to go? Great. There we go. All right, so let's start with Aries rising sun or moon. This Venus energy is going to be impacting you in one of my favorite houses, and I always say this, in the 5th house, your dating life. Okay, so this is the 5th house. This is the house of joy. This is the house of dating and romance and love affairs. This is also the house that governs our children, pregnancy. Pregnancy is here. Our creative expressions, things that we just love to do, our hobbies are here. So with Venus being here for 4 months, this could definitely put a spotlight on your romantic life. That's whether you're attached or you're single. So let's think of it from the single perspective. So those of you that are running around here single, looking for love, the 4 month window could actually bring you some dating prospects, could bring some love prospects into your life. Because remember, Venus is an attraction energy, so it's going to bring to you. So if you are ready to potentially start dating, getting in a relationship of some sort, it is time for you to energetically to start to put that energy out there, because Venus is working very, very hard for you at this time to attract what you want to by way of your dating life. Okay. Now, for those of you that are attached, let's just say you're in a relationship, whether it's casual dating, long-term dating, this could be a change or potential, change in the dynamics around your relationship. I'm always going to err on the side of it being a positive thing, but this is a general overview. So if you wanted to get really detailed into how it would look for you, we'd have to do a one-on-one reading. But in general, this could be a strengthening of the relationship, or the opportunity for you to grow the relationship, solidify the relationship. Maybe the relationship goes from casual dating to now we're exclusively dating. Or maybe you decide that you want to take your love life in a different direction, and maybe you've decided that this person is not for you. And whereas you end the relationship, but that opens the door for the person or the love that you are supposed to have, or that's right for you, comes into your life. But this is definitely some good energy around your romantic life, your dating life, wherever you are in that. This could also look like some of you discovering that you're pregnant, discovering that you're ready to start a family. So maybe you're in talks with your partner about starting a family. You're making an announcement of pregnancy. Maybe you're one of those that is way past, having a baby, or decided you never want to have children. Maybe you're hearing a pregnancy announcement from someone close to you in your circle, in your family. Maybe some of you becoming first-time grandparents or grandparents for the 5th time. But there could be an announcement of a pregnancy, something to that effect, or discussions around pregnancy or getting pregnant or starting a family. This could look like, especially with this being the house of our children, time spent with our children, maybe sharing some type of milestone with them. Maybe they're having something going on with their life, or they're bringing just some joy to you. It's summertime, so we're spending more time with the kids. Maybe we're going on a vacation and we're just enjoying our children in general, things of that nature. So we could be getting good news by way of our children, through our children, or about our children. Now, because this is Venus, this is a great time for you to explore new hobbies for yourself over the next 4 months. Maybe a hobby that you put down some years ago, you start to feel like, oh, I want to try that again. I think that's something I want to get back into. Or maybe you decide that a brand new hobby is something that you want to do. Now, because Venus is the planet of love and the 5th house is all about chance, I'm always going to support buy a lottery ticket here, maybe a scratch off here, maybe take a visit to the casino for my Aries risings. This could not be a bad idea. I always just say, be responsible with what you put into gambling or whatever that looks like for you. But romance, I want my single Aries risings to keep me posted on what happens over this next 4 months with regards to your love life. Now, let's talk about that retrograde period that you're going to have from July to September. Now, people love to say that the Mercury retrograde brings back exes, and so this is going to be for everyone. Yes, Mercury retrograde will bring back an ex, but Venus retrograde is notorious for bringing exes back. And because Aries rising has an emphasis on their 5th house of dating, you are like, everybody could fall under this energy, but there are certain signs that are probably going to fall under it a little bit more than others. And this is going to be, the first one is Aries rising. You could be hearing back from an ex. You could be dealing with dynamics or issues around your relationship that you thought you had put to bed or you had resolved, and for whatever reason they come up again. So old relationship dynamics could come back, old relationship problems can come back, old exes could come back. Now, what I always say about exes and reconnecting under a retrograde, take it with a grain of salt. Now, The retrograde period is really not a time to like get back into this thing because you're really not seeing things clearly. Now, if you want to go back down memory lane with someone Aries rising, just be careful, because what may seem like a good idea and what may seem like they've changed, once we start getting out of the retrograde period, at the end of September, you start to see that they really haven't changed and we still dealing with the same thing. So just be cautious. There's nothing wrong with you, trying it out again if you feel like it's worth trying out again. But just be very careful. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And let's just see what happens at the end of September as we come out of that retrograde energy, whether or not you still feel the same. Now, quickly, where you could see also some blessings come your way is again in your one-on-one relationships, and this could be of any kind. So this could be family, friends, romantic, marriage, business. So you may see some blessings coming through or around those one-on-one dynamics, and this also could bring some blessings around your earned income and how you earn your money. So some of you could be getting a new job, new sources of income, money-making opportunities could be coming your way with regards to that. Since somebody says they already flocking back. Child, they always come back. They always come back. So next we're going to talk about Taurus rising, sun or moon. The Venus in Leo is going to be impacting your fourth house of family. I love when Venus transits the fourth house, because Venus in the fourth house always says to me, beautification. So this could be some of my Taurus risings taking the time to beautify their living space. So you could be redecorating, painting. You can be starting a renovation project. Some type of beautification process could be going on in your residential area. Could this prompt a move or talks of a move? Absolutely. This could be some of you talking about moving, maybe buying and selling property. This will be a great time if those of you that have had a piece of property on the market that has not been, has been on the market for a while. You may see a boost in that. Something may happen whereas you get an offer that you want on a piece of property. Now, some of you could, again, be deciding that you're ready to move, doing a whole physical move. I could see that happening. But this is beautification in the home life. Now, if it is not you actually renovating or redecorating, this could bring harmony to your family situation. So this is either, could be the family that you were born into or your own existing family. But this definitely could bring some harmony around your family dynamics and your family interactions, particularly with a lot of feminine energy. So this could be the prominent women in your life. The relationship seems to get more harmonious. So this could look like our mother, our grandmother, sister, aunt, women that we really hold a high regard for or an important role in our family. So we could be doing that. Great time for family reunions during this time. So this is a reconnection with the family. This is also, again, about your physical space and the beautification of your physical space. Okay. Now, during that retrograde period, I would say, now, if we're going to be one of those that's going to be decorating, I would say if you are planning a major renovation in your home of some sort, if this is something that you come up with as a brand new idea, I would say wait until maybe November. Now, if this is something that you've been planning for, deciding on, and this is not a brand new idea, I think you're safe to go ahead and do that. But I would not start any major renovations to my home if this was something that was brand new. I would tell you to go into the planning phase, get everything ready, prepared, your designs of what you're going to do, and maybe you can launch the project sometime in November, okay, when the energy is a little bit more forward for you, okay? Taurus rising, this could also look like some benefit coming by way of your work environment. So maybe your work life gets a little bit easier. Maybe some of you get a new job. A lot of times with this particular energy, it may not be a new job, but something happens with your current job. Maybe you get a promotion. Maybe you get a lateral transfer of some sort. Maybe you get new employees or co-workers or something, but or maybe you just even fall in love with the work that you do again. So something around your work life could be changing in a positive way. Maybe you get a bonus or a raise or something. This also looks good for your health improving. So this could be improvements to your health, both mental and physical, improvements around your work environment, something to that effect. And this is also, for Taurus risings, can have a lot to do with your physical appearance. Now, with it being this could actually make you more attractive. People are more attracted to you. Blessings gravitate towards you. Now, Taurus rising, I'm going to say this, particularly to my Taurus risings. Be careful about getting caught up in doing any type of cosmetic surgery. Okay, so because this is impacting your first house, your physical body, this could make you want to improve how you look. Nothing wrong with that. I am just talking about making any type of changes with regards that are going to have you going into surgery. So any surgical cosmetic surgery or something like that, I'm not really keen on that because it's going to be going into a retrograde, and I never like for anyone to do any type of surgery of any sort, especially elective surgery, when planets are in retrograde motion. And because Venus rules beauty, I don't want you to have something done and you regret it later. So if this is not something that you have already been planning, because this only works if this is something that you've already planned for. If it's something that you just all of a sudden decide, I want to go and get a tummy tuck or a mommy makeover or a facelift, wait until November. This is really not, I cannot support you on doing something, that drastic. But if this means like going to get a new wardrobe, I would even say not even a haircut. As I feel like if you go and get a new haircut or a color change, it's just not going to be something that you thought it was, and you're not going to like it. But a new wardrobe, any type of minor changes, facials or this, that, and the other, I support that. It's just the major stuff. I would wish that you would wait until November. Okay. But life is life. You do what is best for you. Gemini rising, sun or moon. The Venus is going to be in your third house. So this is going to be all about your communication, your interactions with your siblings and your extended family, your neighborhood. Now, let's see how this can play out in 4 months for Gemini rising. Some of you could be getting a new vehicle. That's a big deal. Even if you don't get the vehicle, some of you could really be thinking about making a luxury purchase around a vehicle. So a vehicle purchase, this is going to be maybe reconnection with your siblings or spending more time with your siblings. Some of you actually could be going into business with a sibling because Venus is all about making money. So some of you could be considering going into some type of business arrangement with a sibling. Could work. It could definitely work under this energy. Now, this is also the area that governs our neighborhoods. A lot of times with the third house, we could be thinking about neighborhood changes, beautification process, something changing with your neighbors. Maybe you're getting new neighbors. Some of you could be falling in love in your neighborhood. So I would say for Gemini risings, when you're out doing just your everyday type of errands, kind of put some effort into your appearance when you go out. This could actually have you finding love in your neighborhood in the most random and misplaced. Like you stop at the gas station to get gas, and as you're walking in the gas station in the door, and there's somebody's walking out, and y'all lock eyes, and that's the love of your life. Like it could literally happen like that. You could meet someone in your general area while you're doing just your everyday task and stuff. So kind of put a little effort in your appearance when you're going out over this next 4 months. You never know. You also could be falling in love or finding love with a neighbor of some sort. Or at best, your relationship with your neighbors gets more harmonious, more neighborly. Maybe you're getting out doing more things in your neighborhood or something. And this could prompt a small move. Maybe, maybe not, but it could come up. But this could definitely have you thinking about getting some new transportation, getting a new vehicle. Your conversations or interactions with your siblings, your extended family gets more harmonious. This would be great for those of you that have been wanting to launch a business, wanting to launch a website, wanting to get more into social media. Maybe you want to be an influencer. Maybe you're introducing a website, YouTube, TikTok, whatever this thing looks like, media related. Maybe you're ready to publish a book or start writing a book. This is great time. This is a great time over the next 4 months for you to really get into that. Now, you could also see some positive changes in your dating life, your romantic life, your connections on a romantic level. You're another one that could be announcing a pregnancy or hearing about a pregnancy or finding some type of joy through your children. I support you while you're going into the gas station buying a lottery ticket. Could happen for you. And you're another one. Also, Gemini rising, this is a great time for you to do a lot of self-care over the next 4 months. So really, really taking care of yourself. So if that means maybe not going out as much, maybe you feel like you just want to be at home, you want to take spiritual baths, you want to paint your nails, you want to take care of your spirit. This is really a reconnection of you taking care of yourself internally on a deep spiritual level. And again, if it comes to romance, this could also be some of you starting a secret romance. Now, for whatever reason it's a secret, I don't know. It could be a secret because you meet someone and you're not ready to let everybody know because you're trying to see how it's going to go. That could be one way. You could be in a secret romance and you are purposely keeping it secret for whatever reason. I don't judge, but a secret romance could form for you over this next 4 months. I don't know. Maybe some of you run off and get married. Some of you run off and elope and come back and then you announce it. Could be. All right. Next, we're going to talk about Cancer rising, sun or moon. Your Venus and your Leo, one of my favorite places is going to be impacting your second house. Venus transiting the second house, you can make money really, really easily. So what are some of the things that you could do? Ask for a raise. We are on Cancer rising. Ask for a raise. If it's not a raise monetarily, then we could, the eloping would be for my Gemini risings. Gemini rising, sun or moon. So Cancer rising, ask for a raise, ask for some perks at the job. This could be money-making opportunities dropping in your lap, money-making ideas coming to you. When Venus transits the second house, this is great for my business owners because this is going to put your business out there in a favorable light. So I would tell you to get a marketing campaign going at this time. You may see a lot of influx of old customers coming back, especially during that retrograde window. So this is all about your money and how easy it's going to be for you to generate money. Those of you that have investments, your 401ks, your IRAs, whatever your investments are, pay attention to your investments. You may see some growth or some type of benefit or opportunity with regards to growing your investments, growing your 401k, things of that nature. Now, because it's the second house and this is about material possessions, this may prompt you to possibly want to purchase a luxury item for yourself. Now, Cancer rising, I know sometimes you can be an emotional buyer. You buy when you sad, you may buy when you mad, you buy when you glad. I'm a Cancer sun, so I already know. We buy on any type of emotion. Just be careful that you're not buying something that does not have any value or does not have any worth. I would tell you, since this is a house of investments and we're talking about money, if you're going to splurge on something, if you got some money that you want to spend, invest it. As opposed to buying another designer purse, why don't you buy some stocks in a company that you've been looking at? Why don't you put that money in your 401k? Put it where it's going to invest and it's going to grow. Just be mindful of those big purchases that you make over the next 4 months and make sure the purchase makes sense and it can grow in some way for you. Now, also Cancer rising, you're going to get some of this Venusian energy around your fourth house of family. So you're another one that could be doing some redecorating. spending more time with your family, enjoying your family. Maybe you're going on a family vacation. I got a Cancer rising and we're about to go on a family vacation. That is so funny. So a family vacation could come up. Time spent with the family. And again, this could look like a little bit of energy around you beautifying your living space. Also, your 11th house will be impacted. So this is good for you socializing, because the 11th house is all about socializing, your groups, your organizations, technology, unexpected gains, unexpected money, and unexpected opportunity could come your way. But this is all about socializing. So if you're a Cancer rising, I would suggest that you get out and socialize. Reconnect with your friends. Have a good time. Could you meet you somebody interesting in by way of love, your love life? If you're a single Cancer rising, you could, but you got to go out to meet the person. Okay. So far we've done it. Next up is Leo rising, sun or moon. Who are my Leo risings on here but me and Tasha? All right, Leo rising, sun or moon. How this is going to play out for you. First of all, since it's Venus and Leo, this is going to impact your first house. So if you are a Leo rising in particular, this is going to be all about your physical body. So this is about your physical body, how you look, how you're showing up. So some of you are going to be, again, much like my Taurus risings, really paying attention to your appearance, changing your style, buying some new clothes, changing your hair, finally combing your hair, because I finally combed my hair. But it's going to be an emphasis on your physical self and how you're showing up. Now, when you have this Venus in Leo, this is going to make you very magnetic, and you're going to draw a lot of blessings to you by way of all areas of your life. Could be possibly money, love, presents, things, opportunities, people. A lot of blessings just gravitate towards you as a Leo rising during this time. Embrace everything that is coming your way. You deserve it. We deserve it. So a lot of emphasis on this. This is going to make you very favorable. So if you need to ask people for something, if you're making a presentation, if you're wanting to put your business out there, this next 4 months is going to be ideal for getting yourself out there. Very charming. People are going to want to help you. So this is just an all-around great energy for you. And I'm just loving it because I think we deserve it, because Leos have had a shitty ass last couple of years, and we deserve to get a little love and a little blessings this way. Okay. Now, where you could get an extended blessing is going to be around your third house. So communication, your siblings, your extended family, your neighborhood. And it's funny because this is the area that governs transportation, and I've been thinking about a new car. Now, I'm not going to get a new car, but it has been heavy on my heart about a new car for some reason, but I'm not going to get one. But this is great, again, for those of you that want to launch a website, relaunch a website, get more into your social media presence. You're just going to be received very, very well during this time over the next 4 months. This is also good for contract negotiation. So if you're a Leo rising, negotiating a contract of some sort, this is going to be very favorable for you as well. Now, your 10th house will be impacted, also your career house. So that is great for those of you that are trying to make advances in their career. You could definitely be seeing some growth, potential. Maybe a promotion could come up, some kind of recognition around the work that you do. Me too. You know, mine is almost paid off next month. See, I got a Leo rising right over here. Her car is almost paid off, and she's thinking about getting something else already. See? But this can be some blessings by way of your career life. Now, one last thing. If you're a Leo rising, now remember, the 10th house is also a relationship house. And it's what I consider the house of when you make the final, commitment to someone. Some of my Leo risings, a select few of you, could be getting a proposal of marriage, a proposal of a deepening of a commitment in a relationship, because our titles are here. So your title could be changing. You could be going from Miss to Mrs., or you could be going from somebody's boyfriend to someone's husband. You could be going from, oh, we're just friends with benefits, to now, this my man, my man, my man. So your title could change in the way of not only your professional life, but also your romantic life. So keep me abreast if you're a Leo rising, what the next 4 months looks like for you by way of relationship. Yeah, I said my man, my man, my man. So he can go from my man, my man, my man to my husband, my husband, my husband. You know, so let me know how that works out. All right. Next, we're going to talk about Virgo rising, sun or moon. The Venus is going to be transiting your 12th house. Taking care of your inner self is going to be very, very important for my Virgo risings. And let me tell you, my Virgos, a lot of Virgos, or people with a lot of Virgo energy, I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, suffer from anxiety. We can never turn this brain off, and it is always something that has us on edge. Over the next 4 months, in particular, Virgo rising, I need you to take care of your mental health. I need you to take care of your spiritual health. I need you to take care of your physical body. Now, this could also prompt my Virgo risings the opportunity to visit a far off space or place. So there could be some international travel for you during this next 4 month window. Love could come to you also in a very secretive way. So just like with Gemini rising, you could be starting a secret romance, or your romance could be developing behind the scenes, and you guys decide, okay, we're ready to take it public, or we're ready to make some big announcement around our relationship. Now, I'm going to tell you also, Virgo rising, and also Gemini rising as well, you could be on the receiving end of some information that has been withheld from you with regards to love and a relationship dynamic you may have been in. I don't know that, that everybody's different. I'm not saying this is everybody and this is all good, but something could come out and revealing some type of information to you, particularly around a romantic relationship. I was going to leave that right there. Okay. Now, you're another one that is going to be in a really good position to make money, because your second house is ruled by Venus. So this is all about money making opportunities, finding new jobs, getting promotions, looking at your investments, all those things that you need to do in order to grow your money. So your money could get really, really easy for you over the next 4 months. And this can prompt you also to want to go back to school. So this will be a great time for you to return to school, okay? So you may want to get that degree, that certification, whatever that looks like for you. If it doesn't have to do with education, this could actually do with your spiritual life. So this could be a renewal of your faith, a changing of your faith, new religious practices for you, reconnecting, getting back to what's important to you by way of your belief system. So if it's not long distance travel, it could be educational pursuits, or it could be your spiritual life coming into play. Could be all, okay? And you're another one that can find love, particularly if you are traveling. You could find love. Libra rising, sun or moon. Your Venus is going to be lighting up for the 4th month. Your social house. So your 11th house. So this is about reconnection with your friends, getting out and socializing. You may decide to join a group or organization over this next 4 months, or maybe groups and organizations that you're a part of, you take on a more responsible role. You may get some kind of recognition or some kind of accolade or something with regards to the work you do within an organization. But this is great for you socializing, reconnecting with your friends, getting out, having a good time, having a hot girl, hot boy summer, going to day parties, doing all of that stuff. This is about you socializing. Now, as we're socializing, we're also networking. So we can turn this into a business opportunity. You never know who you might meet while you're out there having a good time. So make sure you're exchanging business cards. Make sure you're getting people's names and numbers. You're talking. You're not just standing on the wall. I want you to socialize over this next 4 months, because this could really be a benefit for you later on down the line. Okay? Now, this is also the area that governs unexpected gains, unexpected money. So you could be on the receiving end on an unexpected blessing here in the next 4 months. We don't care what it is. It's a blessing. Probably some money, maybe some love. You're another one that could find love if you get out and socialize. Maybe a friend introduces you to someone, or maybe you fall in love with one of your friends in your friend group. But you won't know that unless you get out. Okay? Libra rising, you're another one that's going to be focused on your physical body, how you look, how you feel, how you present. A lot to do with that, your personality and how you're showing up. Okay? And also, Libra rising, your benefit and blessing could come through a partner, because your 8th house is ruled by Venus. That's the house of other people's money and other people's resources. So this could be blessings that are coming through or filtered through someone else. So it could be a spouse, a long-term committed partner, a business partner, someone that's looking out for you. Those of you that are trying to manifest a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, this is time for you to be doing that. I'm telling you, y'all better start listening to me. But your blessing could come through someone else, especially if you're connected with someone. I'm on Libra rising, sun or moon. Especially if you're connected with someone, maybe a partner, maybe your spouse. If it's not a benefit that's yours, it could be theirs. So they could be receiving some type of money, receiving some type of accolade, putting themselves in a beneficial position, and that also filters in to you. So that is the alignment of the two. So you're benefiting through someone else's blessing, or you're of a benefit by connecting with someone else. This is also the area that governs sex and intimacy. So there may be a reconnection or a closeness with an intimate partner or an intimate connection. But again, Libra rising, this is all about you socializing, getting out, the recipient of unexpected blessings that come in unexpected ways, and also your physical body and how you're showing up, and how your energy is affecting others and what you're drawing to you. Great energy. So the next one is going to be Scorpio rising, sun or moon. Your Venus is going to be highlighting your 10th house of career. Great place for the this energy over the next 4 months. So this is about career opportunities, career growth, career blessings. This is about you connecting with the right people at the right time, especially higher ups, people that can help you move along in your career, move along in your public image or your public standing. Maybe some of you are receiving some kind of award or some kind of accolade from your job or your volunteer work or an organization or your community. You're being recognized for that. Some of you could be on a new career path, and this is a blessing. Over the next 4 months, your steps could be guided with regards to your career path. But changes around your career, you're another one that this could be a change in your love life, and a change in your status and what you're known for, and what people know you by. So there could be a big change around, a blessing around a career change, a career advantage, or something around your personal life. Now, Scorpio rising, your blessing also could come by way of your 12th house. So this is the work that you do behind the scenes. This is the help that you give others behind the scenes, where you don't really expect any type of accolade or any type of attention around. So this could be projects that you've been doing behind the scenes that you may be ready to reveal to others. Work that you've been doing behind the scenes gets recognized for what you do. Again, this is you're another one that doesn't need to do a lot of self-care. So especially my Scorpio natives, period, have just been going through it the last year and a half, because the eclipses have been really hitting y'all heavily and transforming y'all in a major way. So I really think a lot of you guys do need some self-care, do need to get away, have a vacation, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Now, also, your benefit could come with your one-on-one relationships. So this is a strengthening of your relationship, love, harmony. Maybe some of you are going into business with a love connection or a one-on-one relationship. So maybe you're forming a new business relationship over this next 4 months. But your one-on-one relationships being a source of harmony, love, and things of that nature, and bringing a benefit through someone else. Next, we're going to talk about Sagittarius, rising, sun, or moon. Y'all know I love Sagittarians. They're just like my favorite sign. So, if you're a Sagittarius rising, your Venus is going to be highlighting your 9th house. So, this is about higher education. This is about long distance travel. This is about your spiritual life, your religious practices, foreigners. So let's talk about that. So Venus here impacting that. Sag rules. I love Sagittarians. So some of my Sagittarius risings going on a long distance trip, planning for a long distance trip. Great time to do that. So let's talk about that. Some of you also could be in the midst of or beginning a process of an immigration process. So maybe some of you are get your passport if you don't have it. So maybe someone's getting a passport, a visa, sponsoring someone to this country. Something around citizenship could be coming up. Maybe you're doing a 90-day fiance type thing and you bringing on over the love of your life, and y'all finally got the paperwork approved, and the person that you've been loving from afar is now here in the States with you. Yeah. Again, you could be vacationing with your loved one. Now, this is great for possibly finding love in a foreign country, or on a long distance trip, or on a plane, or maybe in the airport as you're going through your travels. So you're another one that could be finding love by way of travel. Educational pursuits could come up. This is a great time for you also to return to school of some sort. And this is a time for you to reconnect with your faith. This is a beautiful time for you to reconnect with your faith. Maybe you want to go back to church. Maybe somebody's going on a honeymoon. Great time for a honeymoon. So this is all about the reconnection of your faith. Long distance travel. I love to travel. I think travel is a necessity. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's across the world or up the street. Travel somewhere, and travel with someone you love. Okay, so we're talking about, educational pursuits, travel, and the renewal of your faith around religion and your spirituality. Now, you could possibly get some benefit or blessing by way of your friends, because your social house, the 11th house, is also going to be impacted. So get out and socialize. Now, I know Whitney don't like to go out, but I have been encouraging her to go out. So Whitney, it's time for you to go out. Over the next 4 months, please make a commitment to getting out and socializing, making some new friends, reconnecting with new friends, being open to unexpected blessings that come your way. Who knows? You could meet the person of your dreams while you're out socializing, but you won't know that because you're in the house. So I need you to get out and socialize if you're a Sagittarius rising. Also, your 6th house is going to be of a benefit, also potentially around your health, around your fitness, mental and physical health. Your work environment could be improving. So we could be getting a blessing there. Rule the Sagittarius risings wins. I'm outside. We outside for the summertime. We outside. So you may see a benefit somewhere with regards to your work environment, your co-workers, the people you work with, around, and for. This could also look like benefits around your health, or just feeling better about your health and your mental health. Okay. Now, Capricorn rising, sun or moon. Do I know a Capricorn rising? I think I do. This Venus is going to be transiting and impacting the 8th house. Other people's money, other people's resources, the gains and the monies that we garner through someone or from someone else. Taxes, loans, monies that we receive outside of our own efforts of work, and sex and intimacy. If you're a Capricorn rising and you felt like you've been in a drought for some time, this may change for you, because this is the area that governs sex and intimacy. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you get lucky and you find you some good sex. You know, I'm always supportive of good sex. Or maybe there's an intimate connection coming your way. Your connection, your love life, maybe the connection with your situationship, whatever that looks like for you. The intimacy could be increasing in your relationship. The sex life could be increasing or changing and improving in some way. I always put Venus as an improvement, so hopefully it's improving for you, or you just start getting you some. I love this transit for the collective. I agree totally. Now the 8th house could bring a benefit, Capricorn rising, through someone else. This would be a great time for my Capricorn risings to go to financial institutions if you're trying to secure funding for anything. A loan, a home loan, a car loan, a personal loan, a business loan. I would tell you, go and ask. You may actually be in a favorable position to secure resources or monies from financial institutions. Again, because this is a space of other people's money, this could be these benefits coming for your partner, maybe your spouse, your business partner, your long-term committed partner, your family member, and it trickles down to you. Some of you Capricorn risings could be hearing about an inheritances. What if they need to file bankruptcy? Actually, that may be a thing. Okay, now and that, because this is the area that governs that particular thing. So we look at bankruptcy most of the time as such a negative thing. It's not a negative thing if that's like the best possible recourse that you have. I don't know much about bankruptcy, but this definitely looks like something that you would probably need to collaborate with another person. Again, this is a house of other people, and finding out if this is the best course of action for you. So don't always think that a bankruptcy is a negative thing. No, it actually may be a benefit in some way. But you need to, again, I don't know nothing about bankruptcies. Collaborate, consult with someone that understands that, and make sure that you are making the best possible decision for you. But this is actually the house that governs bankruptcies and things of that nature. So yeah, you should look into that. That could be a benefit to you. Okay. Now your 10th and 5th house will be lit up, so you're another one that could have some career advantages come your way. Could be a little bit of love, a declaration of love. Maybe some of you are getting engaged during that time, but your 10th house, your career house, could be lit up in a beneficial way. And the 5th house of dating, romance, and love, incorporated with that 8th house of sex and intimacy. This makes for some good love for my Capricorn placements. Like, y'all could really do something with this. So this is the house of dating, love, romance, sex, casual sex, but sex nonetheless, and our children and procreation. So maybe some of my Capricorn risings are hearing about a baby. Maybe their dating life is getting better. They meet someone, or again, maybe their dating life goes to another level, but it can only get better because Venus is here. Now, y'all could have somebody coming back into your lives, a previous relationship, dating dynamic. Do with it what you will. Again, I will reiterate, I do not suggest that you make any final decision about getting back with someone during a Venus retrograde. It's okay for y'all to be into talks and spending time together, but let's wait until probably around end of September, and we'll start to see the real deal on whether or not this is going to work or not. Okay. Aquarius rising, sun or moon, your Venus is going to be in your 7th house, one-on-one relationships. I couldn't wait to get here. Venus in the 7th house. Beautiful energy for one-on-one relationships. So let's talk about one-on-one relationships briefly. Marriage, committed relationships, business relationships, family relationships, close friends relationships, people that provide us a service. All types of one-on-one relationships. This Venusian energy could definitely bring an improvement around there. It could also bring a benefit. Some of you may be thinking about going into business with a spouse, going into business with a friend or someone else. This could be a good thing, because this is about making money. Venus is about making money. We have to keep that in mind. Venus is about making money. So you could be going into a business to make money with someone else. Or this could be just improvements around the efforts and energies that you put into improving your one-on-one relationships and how you do one-on-one relationships. Now, the most important one-on-one relationship we have is the relationship with ourselves. So that should be the primary focus for you during this 4-month window, is the relationship with self. Once we get the relationship with self solidified and in a healthy space, our other relationships seems to fall into place. Could some people be leaving our lives? Absolutely. Could we be drawing in people that are supposed to be in our life in this phase of our life that's going to be a benefit and a blessing to us, people that we can love unconditionally and love us unconditionally? Yes, you could draw that into you. Now, you have to put that energy out. If that is what you're looking for as an Aquarius rising, that's something that you're going to have to energetically put out. But you could definitely draw that to you, and you could have improvements around your one-on-one relationships during this 4-month window. Now, also, a blessing could come by way of international travel for you, also educational pursuits, and a renewal of your faith. And you're another one that could be doing some type of changes within your family life, your home life, your physical space, redecorating, something to that effect, or just general improvements around your family life. A reconnection with your family could come up for you. And finally, Pisces rising, sun or moon. I have a Pisces rising in my life. The Venus is going to be impacting your 6th house, your health, your fitness, mental and physical, your work environment, the people we work with, around, and for, your pets, and how you are of service to others and how others are of service to you. So we could definitely see an improvement in your work environment. Now, when we talk about the 6th house again in the work environment, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a new job coming your way. Could it be? Yes. But more than likely, it's improvements in your current job. So you could be getting a promotion. You could be getting an office change. You could be getting new coworkers. You could be getting a promotion. But typically, you're kind of like staying in the same type of work environment, but improvements happen to that current work environment. But don't rule out a new job, because it could happen. So let's look for possible changes and improvements around our work life, our physical body, our health, our mental health. Those Pisces risings that have been struggling with anxiety, depression, over the last couple of years or so, this could be you feeling like there's a lot of stuff going on downstairs, that you're in a better space mentally and also physically. Some of you could be thinking about bringing a new pet into your everyday life. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of positive changes could come around your work environment and who you work with, around, and for. And also with you, you could be having some benefit around your 8th house, other people's money, other people's resources, people wanting to, this happened today, so I know this is already energetically happening. Just a benefit and blessing coming through someone else for you. So just be mindful of the blessings that come through other people during this time. And your 3rd house is lit up, communication. This is so important with this person. The potential for buying a new vehicle, because they just went to the dealership to look at a new car yesterday. So a new vehicle, potentially changes in your neighborhood, enjoying your neighborhood, your neighbors, reconnection with your siblings. I said transportation changes possibly, and communication. Your communication just becoming more effective during this transit. All right. So Whitney pointed out, I think this cycle of Venus and Leo over the next 4 months is going to be a blessing for everyone. For everyone. This is one of the things that I have been waiting to happen. This is like the second most exciting thing that I wanted to happen. Of course, that Jupiter and Taurus that we got earlier this month was something that I've been waiting for. But this Venus and Leo, I am so excited. I'm excited for me, because finally I get a transit that is for me. I just cannot believe it. I'm just excited about it. This is for me. So I want everybody to benefit from it. Even when it goes into retrograde, it is still a benefit. It may not be working as optimal as before, but it's still a benefit. I want you guys to enjoy it. Keep in mind, again, I am back with readings. So if you want to schedule a reading, you'll need to go to the website to schedule the reading. Yes, The fixed signs have had a rough time. We have just been, girl, we have been going through it. What is that? Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo placements. We have just been going through it the last 2 to 3 years. People just don't know how hard we have struggled, and we deserve some love. We deserve some love. So, again, if you want a personal reading with me, visit my website, www.melaningoddesslife.biz. Follow me on all the social media platforms. This video will stay up on whatever social media platform you are viewing it now. In a couple of days, it will be the edited version added to my YouTube channel. And speaking of my YouTube channel, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate the growth. Thank you so much for sticking in here with me. You guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.